All right, if you own an Android phone, whether it's a Pixel, Samsung, or literally any device with Dolby Audio, you need to hear this, okay? Someone can take over your entire phone just by sending you a malicious audio or video file. You don't have to click anything either. You don't have to download anything. If the file literally exists, your phone is compromised. So here's what's going down. The badasses over at Google's Project Zero discovered a critical vulnerability in the Dolby Digital Plus audio decoder. This isn't your typical update your phone whenever it's convenient sort of situation. This is a zero-click remote code execution flaw. Technically speaking, it's called an out-of-bounds write vulnerability. Essentially, the Dolby decoder process is writing data outside of its allocated memory space, which then allows attackers to inject malicious code directly into the audio processing pipeline. And Google just patched this in their January 2026 Android security bulletin. So if you haven't updated your phone in the last week, you need to do it ASAP. Moving on to our next story, if you happen to Google download Zoom or free PDF converter, you go to the first result, you run the installer, and boom, you just got hacked. Welcome, folks, to SEO poisoning, and the Black Cat ransomware group, also known as Alpha, have turned this into an art form. Here's how it works. Black Cat will create tons of different fake websites that look exactly identical to legitimate software vendors. They then use Black Hat SEO techniques and even pay Google ads to make sure that their malicious sites appear at the top of the search results. So you're looking for TeamViewer, a productivity tool, a video editor, whatever. You click the link, you download the installer, and voila, you've just installed a backdoor Trojan. It's the typical style of Trojan we all know and love. It's the type that browses and steals your browser data, passwords, session tokens, cookies, you know all the whole thing. But also it establishes persistence on the machine. So from there, Black Cat can then leak data, deploy the ransomware payload, encrypt the network, and demand their ransom payments. And this is kind of a new tactic. They're not phishing you with emails like the typical model. This is a strategy called aggressive inbound malware. They're just waiting for you to come to them. And because we've all been trained to trust the top Google search results, it kind of works. So how do we protect ourselves from things like this? Well, organizations can use things like DNS security tools that block the DNS resolution of those poisoned domains before the download even starts. But for the rest of us, the best advice is, seriously, for the love of all that is holy, stop downloading software from random search results. Go directly to the vendor's official site instead. Moving on to our last story. Did you or someone you know buy a car in the last year or apply for auto financing? Yeah, your social security number might be toast. Yeah, so it turns out that 700 Credit, a major auto credit reporting firm that's used by thousands of different car dealerships nationwide, just disclosed a massive data breach. All right, check this out. 5.8 million people have had their names, addresses, date of birth, and social security numbers stolen. So what can attackers do with this sort of data? A lot. Thieves can open credit cards in your name, file fraudulent tax returns, take out loans, even apply for government benefits. I mean, we're talking full-on identity theft. And you really won't know until you get your credit report or get a denial letter from something you didn't apply for. So the attack here happened actually last July through a compromised API at a third-party integration partner. So 700 Credit's own systems may not have been compromised. They were secure, but again, their integration partner's API got popped. And here's the part that kind of pisses me off, okay? 700 Credit didn't disclose this until just recently. That's a 6-month delay, folks. So if you've applied for car financing at any dealership in the past year, assume your data is compromised. Freeze your credit with all three bureaus, Equifax, Experian, TransUnion. Also, you want to probably set up fraud alerts too. Basically, monitor your credit reports religiously, okay? So that wraps up today's stories. This is Andy Thompson signing off.